last time we did a match preview, Mark Noble was still a West Ham player, Boris Johnson was still Prime Minister, and England's ladies, by and large, most of us, let's be honest, most of us didn't have a clue who they were. They're now European champions. It's the Premier League season about to start up, ladies and gentlemen. We're here again. Ain't bad. Before we get into it, Duke, a little bit of housekeeping as usual. Please don't forget to like, comment on, and share the stream. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for alerts on new content. As always, we thank you very much indeed for your support. And talking of support, if you could support the Iron Supporting Food Bank charity, this is a charity that does a lot of good work in the Newham Borough area, helping out families in this cost of living crisis that we're all going through. There's some families that are really, really struggling to make ends meet, to put food on the table, to keep their loved ones nourished and all the rest of it. So this is a charity that does a great deal of work in the area that is local to West Ham United. John, who's the main man behind it, if any of you are going to the game tomorrow, if you want to make a donation, either cash donations or food, he is situated. If you come from Westfield and you're going towards the stadium, across the bridge, you've got the Aquatic Centre on your left, you've got the Olympic Stadium in front of you. He normally rocks up on a bench just there, so you can go along there. If you've got any money, if you want to sort of give some provisions, perishable items, cans of beans, whatever, he'll take it, not a problem. You've got a Just Giving link there, so chuck it all in. Right, that's that bit out the way, Duke. On to business. We're here to talk about Matchday 1 of 38 in the Premier League season. West Ham United, our very beloved team, welcomes the Premier League champions. What are your thoughts?
I'll be honest. I watched the game last night. I've watched the two games today. I think. Don't leave off. Quietly confident. So I've got my brother giving me a breast jimmy just over here, off the angle here.
Bring him in.
It's his birthday. No, he doesn't. He's not interested. He doesn't want to play the game. It's his birthday tomorrow, so he's over there. No, I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got to say, I was a little bit nervy, a little bit panicky when they signed Ireland. Yeah, I was very here we go. I'm now at a point where I saw Haaland play last week. It's Liverpool. And yeah, it's Liverpool. I'm very confident for tomorrow, Rob. But like I said yesterday, there are people out there that forget that it was only about 8 weeks ago that we ran them a close game at the London Stadium in the second, and then was it Noble's last game? And we gave them a good bloody run out, Bowen and the rest of it. So it was only 8 weeks ago, and really all they've got a couple of players in. Yeah, of course they have Phillips, Haaland, and is it Alvarez?
They've got in Alvarez, and also they've got in a goalkeeper as well. What's his name?
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not. We've strengthened ourselves. I mean, I was just watching the Everton game here, and Onana must be thinking, "What have I gone and done?"
Too late now.
We'll find out tomorrow. He'll turn them down, and he'll want to be back out.
Is he not signed for them yet? I thought he's
set to join. He hasn't signed yet. But I'm. Listen, as Kent's already put, it's a free hit. But then I guess that Fulham would have felt the same way going into today's game against Liverpool. I actually thought they deserved the point out of that game. I thought they were very, very good. I'm looking at this game. Everton are poor, mate. Everton are so poor right now. I'm confident. I'm confident for tomorrow that we can. Yes, it's a free hit. I'm also confident enough to think that we could probably get a point out of the game. We run them close. We run them close to getting a victory at the London Stadium 8 weeks ago. There's no reason why we can't do it again tomorrow. It really isn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. My heart says that we're capable. Listen, on our day, and with a bit of luck, you always need a bit of luck. Yep. You need a bit of luck. I think we do have the capability of beating any team on our day. Any team.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, if you look at last season, we were one of only 2 teams to defeat Liverpool in
Yep.
the Premier League. Now, don't tell me that we couldn't beat Man City on our day. We absolutely could. But I'll be honest, I think if I've got to put my a tenner on a result, regrettably, I'm probably going to say that it's very likely to be City that take the points, if I'm being brutally honest.
Yeah,
I've already
yeah.
turned around and said that I've got a sneaking suspicion it could be a 3-1 reverse. Sorry, but that's just my opinion. I'm not being negative. I'm just being
No, it's
realistic.
being. Yeah, I was going to say it's being realistic. I mean, listen.
I mean, if a word was playing, we're being told that Skamaka's apparently not available. I'm not entirely sure. I believe that he's not going to be involved, even if it's from the bench. Because you and I know, dude. I mean, what was it? Was it the Everton game last season when he was saying that Bowen, no chance, and lineup. He's not that he's just on the bench. He's actually starting the game.
Yeah.
So David Moyes is very adept at playing little games with the media.
I mean, listen, it's a slightly different story, isn't it? Playing mind games with the media, mind games with the with the opposition when you're playing someone like Everton or this season, for instance, Bournemouth, Leeds, those sorts of. No point in trying to play mind games with City. To be honest with you, they're just too good. As a squad, they're too deep with quality throughout. It's just there's no point in playing mind games with them because no matter what, regardless, unless you are the equivalent of City, and I can't even say that Liverpool are even that right now. You're another one. You're going to be on a hiding to nothing. If Moyes is saying he ain't playing tomorrow, I'm inclined to believe Moyes that he's not going to be playing tomorrow, and I'll accept that. I'll accept that if he's not going to be, if he's not ready to start tomorrow, Skamaka, then he's not ready. I mean, I get what John's saying earlier when he says, we spent £100 million and none of them are going to be playing. Well, you know what? Flynn Downs is a work in progress. Areola, for me, should be starting. Skamaka, this might come a week too early, and then obviously Cornet was signed too late. So, all right, we have spent £100 million, but you've got to look at have we strengthened places? Well, yeah, Cornet's better than Masuaku, but he was signed too late. Skamaka, is he better than Oko Flex? Is he better than Sonny Perkins, the guys, the strikers that were on the bench last season? Yes, but he's just not ready to start tomorrow. He might come a couple of days too early. And then, Wally Downs, Flynn Downs, he's been brought in to essentially offer the break. Is the noble role, the breakup of the game. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. You know what? I'd be quite happy. I went Aguerd. I forgot Aguerd. He's obviously injured. That's, shit out of luck on that one. It's one of them.
Well, Mr. Hamlet's just alluded to the point that was going through my head as you were talking. He's not just players what they've brought, what they're going to bring on the pitch. He seems to have brought in good characters. I mean, did you see the interview that I saw with Flynn Downs when we signed him? I just looked at him and I was like, heard what he was saying, and I thought, yes, absolutely.
He wants to be there, mate.
This is a guy that fits the David Moyes profile, if you will. I was like, yeah,
without
fine.
doubt. Yes.
Skamaka, heard him on an interview. His English was excellent. Not perfect.
Yeah, the old China.
Really good. Really, really good. And you could just see that, again, he did the interview with James Richardson on the West Ham's official channel. And I was like, again, looked at him and went, yes, this is a guy that I could see being a success at West Ham. He seems to be the right
see him
character.
bagging 15.
And then Maxwell Cornet, exactly the same thing. I mean, yesterday, Dan from Perth Morehouse.
Yeah.
It was just a couple of messages back and forth, and he turned around and said, mate, you've got an absolute gem there, seriously. And you look at his record, and it was like, in a struggling Burnley team, He scored 9. He wasn't their central striker. I think it was 26 Premier League games. Now I'm not being funny. You put it into context. That's excellent. That's excellent.
Good. That's good response. I mean, I like what Tommy's just put there. That one there.
Yes.
You either listen. You got a choice. You're either playing for money, or you're playing for the game and for the club that you're pulling the shirt on. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that players out there have to make a living, but I don't mean to be disrespectful. A bit like Luis Figo when he was at Barcelona and he ended up moving to Real Madrid because he couldn't live on 75 grand a week. Why couldn't you live on 75 grand a week back then? What was the problem? What was your lifestyle that you needed more than 75 grand a week? And I'm the same now. Tell me what it is right now that Jesse Lingard needs 200 grand a week for. When you bear in mind that former footballers.
Mention it.
No, it doesn't matter. You can go with banana. It makes no difference to me. But the point is, you've got ex-players of ours. Ray Stewart, I believe he's a taxi driver. You've got other players that had to find a career after they've retired. Now, yes, football is a very short-term. It's a short-term career. It's a very short career in the grand scheme of things. But answer, how many? Why do you need 36 cars to park in a garage of your 42-bedroom mansion?
That status, isn't it?
Yeah. But sell them at the end of you don't need that 200 grand a week. I'm not being funny. On 75 grand a week, I can live my life and still have money in the bank at the end of the week. Like a significant chunk of change in the bank at the end of the week. By the end of the year, I'm going to have a few million sitting there off the back of it. I don't see why you need these stupid contracts. And as whoever it was that put about bankruptcy, leaving the club, financially, unstable. You've only really got to look at Barcelona and that shit. Yeah, that was it. Tommy. Yeah, you've only really got to look at Barcelona. Barcelona have put themselves in a hole right now. I think they owe De Jong something like 20 million quid. They're still owing that amount of money. But they're trying
to literally sort of like push them out the door so they can register the
new players.
You've got these people
but they can't.
They're under a contract, for Christ's sake.
But they can't register them. So Lewandowski, there's 3 that they can't register, plus Dembele and someone else who signed a new contract on lesser terms. They can't register them to play, Rob. They can't register them to play because they're financially fucked. So, I'm glad, as Tommy says, these players like the likes of Jay Lings, as he wanted on the back of his shirt, and Muppet, Onana, fuck them off. We don't need that in our club. We don't need that. Not being funny, I remember a time when Lucas Neal was our highest paid player, and because Iceland and a volcano and a real bad bank balls up, the country went tits up, and so very nearly did our club because of off the back of that, and because of having to pay people like Lucas Neal 65 grand a week. Can someone send help to Budgie? I think he's having a stroke.
I think, yeah, I'm concerned.
He might even be having a stroke
tomorrow as well, and I'm going as well. I'm a little bit.
He might actually, if he's calling you sexy, he might be having a stroke off screen.
Yeah, he might. Oh God, there goes my dog having a bark. Right, we've kind of gone off piste a little bit because we're here to talk about Man City, not about the ins and outs of Barcelona. Right, back in the room. So, Man City. West Ham. Right. Do you want to see my lineup?
Yeah, go on. Show me your lineup.
Okay. I got a little bit easier to use. I think. I'm trying this out this season. Does that come up all right, guys?
That looks good. Yeah.
I think you can see it, can't you? I'll tell you what. I'll see if I can go. Can I go full screen with that? Yeah, I can. Get rid of the mode. Not that it's made an awful lot of difference. It's just moved it over, but whatever. Okay, this is what I suspect as being the West Ham lineup tomorrow. I'm gonna go with Areola. I've got a funny feeling it's Areola. I just look and go, would he have signed unless he's had certain assurances about game time? We've paid, what was it, 11 million quid for him? He's on 138k a week on a 5-year contract from memory. So David Moyes clearly has a lot of faith in him. Is he, on the first Premier League game of the season, going to pop him on the bench? I'm going to put my head on the chopping block and I'm going to say he starts tomorrow. Other than that, you look at it and it's very, very familiar, I believe, as far as our starting 11 is concerned, because I think it's going to be Cresswell left, Gufel right, Zuma and Dawson in the centre, because obviously Aguerd is not, and I'm hearing whispers he might not be available until after the World Cup, which, brilliant, great. That's worked out well. But anyway, so I suspect it's going to be Zuma and Dawson in front of Areola, with Rice and Souček, with Rice obviously having the captain's armband. Fornals left, I suspect. Bowen on the right, that's nailed down, certainty. Lanzini in the 10 and Michail Antonio up top. What say you, Duke?
Yeah, I mean, I look at it, mate, and I mean, well, oh God, look at that. I need to put the camera up there, so I'm looking up. No, I'll be honest with you, mate. Other than the Areola, that sounded wrong. Other than Areola, I just don't see. I see that being spot on, mate. To be honest with you, I, you know, we're going to be playing these guys. This is going to be our starting lineup because, well, there is nothing else. You know, he's saying Skamaka's not ready. He's saying that we know Aguerd's out injured. We know that Cornet signed after the deadline, and we know that we know that Wally Downs, Flynn Downs, Flynn Downs is going to be kind of back up to the other two. Well, then that's what you've got essentially, then, isn't it? We've got the same team that finishes last season. There's nothing else you can do to that. It's not like we've sold anyone or anything else. So
Would you have Ben Rama in there, Duke?
We're starting there early, are we? The first video, you couldn't even leave me alone. Couldn't even leave me for 5 minutes. No, to be honest with you, I mean, listen, I think there's two players there that could be swapped out for two others. You could take Lanzini and Fornals out of that, and you could put Vlasic and Ben Rama in there. But listen, we know that Ben Rama doesn't track as well as Fornals, and we know that Cresswell is susceptible when he's doubled up on. You know, the winger and the fullback coming forward. We know that he's susceptible when he's doubled up on, and because of that, that's why we play Fornals there. And I know there are certain viewers that have watched and everything else that have turned around and said, well, if you happen to put a player on to babysit Cresswell, then you've got a problem. But he doesn't listen. Ben Rama doesn't defend as well as Fornals, and it's that simple. If anything, I'd actually like to see Ben Rama once we get a left back of can we say higher quality. I'd actually like to see Ben Rama start there because I think out on the wing as in it's not hate as an inverted winger, I actually
with a stick.
As an inverted winger, I actually think that Ben Rama's good because he can come in on his left foot in the same way that Bowen comes in. Sorry, come in on his right foot from the left in the same way that Bowen comes in from the right on his left.
Yeah.
When he plays as a 10, I just feel that he gets bogged down in the middle of the pitch, and there's no room for him to be able to do his thing. Maybe saying that maybe that's his benefit because he doesn't have time to think like he does when he's out on the wing for the space to run into. I'd actually like to see him or Vlasic as a Vlasic is a 10, and Ben Rama out where Fornals is on the left. But
If what
only
I've
once we
heard is
get.
accurate, mate, I don't think that Vlasic is still going to be a West Ham player beyond
Well,
next week.
I mean, listen, there's some talk about that, and I think is it Genoa or
Torino.
Roma, Torino, one of the Italian sides that are interested in obviously taking him. And you know what? I think that's slightly harsh on the fella. I know there's going to be people out there that disagree with that, and that's fine. I have no issues with them having a disagreement on that. I think that's that's just unfortunate for him. You know that it hasn't worked out. It's only cost us 18 million quid before people start whining and crying about the fact that it's cost us, you know, 38 million. It's nowhere near it. Um, but I think in the long run, once a left back comes in that's of a higher quality than Cresswell, and that's no disrespect to Cresswell. I
I think
actually
Ray
think
won't be happy with you, Epic.
that Fornals will have more of a license to stay forward, and
Right.
you'll see more of the Fornals that we saw in the Euros when he played in the Euros, the under 21 Euros, when he absolutely tore it up just when we signed him. And I look forward to that because at the moment he's kind of hindered by the fact that he has to track back, and that's the issue there. But no, I mean to be honest with you, mate, I think your lineups, bar the keeper possibly, is about as spot on as you're
Yeah,
going to get it.
that's the one that I was a little bit torn on. I mean, I know that David Moyes is very loyal by default, but I just look and I think, well, Areola was obviously on loan last season. They must have had a conversation where they've sat down and there was a discussion about playing time. Now, I know that David Moyes is not going to make any guarantees. He isn't. And that's kind of the reason why the Onana deal didn't come off, because I'm led to understand it wasn't so much a money thing from what I've been told. It was more he wanted assurances on game time, and David Moyes wasn't going to give it to him, and Frank Lampard did. Okay, I'm going to Everton, and I've got no
Yeah,
problem with that as a career decision. That's fine if you're getting told by one Premier League manager, mate, if you're fit, if you're available, as far as I'm concerned, you start every week, and you've got another manager that's a little bit more it's not the way it works here, then fine. Okay, go and play for Everton, and we wish you the best of luck, no problem at all. But I think that he would have at least made it plain to Areola, listen, I'm spending £11 million on you as a transfer fee. I'm giving you a 5-6 year contract. I'm putting you on 138k a week. I think those signals have to say that you're not coming in to sit on the bench. You're just not.
yeah. I don't think he should be. I think he should be our first choice, and that's
I'd
you
be
know
astonished if
it's the pass to
well,
the torch job, isn't it? It's the
it's one
pass
of
to the
those where
torch.
I'd be astonished on one level, but in another level, it wouldn't astonish me. So it kind
Yeah,
of doesn't make sense. If I saw Fabianski starting, I'd be like, really? But then there'd be another part of me that'd go, listen, this is David Moyes. Like I say, he's very
I'm
loyal, and
not
that's a
surprised. Yeah,
quality. But I do think that sometimes it can be to your detriment. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, do you want to see what I've cobbled together for the City team?
Oh, I don't think it matters, mate. But go on. I do believe there's a assume the position moment coming up because
Yeah.
for me, I think there is perfect as perfect is going to be, mate. I think they're just I don't. People can correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't see a weakness in their side. I really don't. I'm sorry. I just think they're
Let's go.
phenomenal.
Well, that's what I reckon is we're up against tomorrow. I think it's going to be Edison in goal. I think it's going to be a back four from left to right of Cancelo, Ake, Diaz with the captain's armband, and Walker. I think it's going to be Rodri at the base of a midfield three, including also De Bruyne and Bernardo. I know there's talk that Bernardo might be off to Barcelona, but I just got a funny feeling that Pep's going to start him. Foden left, Mahrez right, and up top, Haaland. No Jack Grealish, the £100 million man from last season. I don't think he's starting tomorrow, despite the fact that Sterling's out the door. What say you?
I think you're spot on, mate. Again, it's. I mean, listen, they're just chock full of just amazingness. You know what I mean? The players that they've got. When you can sell someone like Sterling, and you have someone like Laporte out injured, and you've got John Stones out injured, and then you look at this and you kind of go, ooh. You look at this and you go, okay, well then we'll just put Ake in. Well, we were linked with Ake.
Yeah.
And left-footed centre back. I think they wanted 50 mil in the end, didn't they? Something stupid like that. And now look, he's starting the season as a first-choice centre back. But you're right, it's because of injuries, granted. But listen, he ain't a mug. He's a good player. And the fact that they've got 4 centre backs that are of top quality. You look at their left and right backs; they're very, very good. The fact that you've got Rodri there, and even if Bernardo does go, you could probably put Calvin Phillips in there, or you move Rodri forward and put Calvin Phillips where Rodri is. It's really not weakened, is it? Like shit the bed. It's just not weakened now. The fact that they've sold Sterling and they've still got Mahrez, Foden, and Haaland up front, it's a formidable setup that they've got. It's a formidable layout that they've got. It's a formidable team that they have, and I'll be honest with you, mate. I personally think they're going to take some stock in this season. I just hope that we really give them a kick in the teeth, and we can. I say give them a kick in the teeth. I'll take a draw.
Well, you say about their options at the front. Look at this. They've also got Alvarez, the guy from River Plate that we was tentatively linked to in the January transfer window. They've got him. They've got Liam Delap. I know you could turn around and say, well, he hasn't really done anything, but he's young potential. Cole Palmer as well.
That's the striker, isn't it?
He's a attacking midfielder, but
yeah, he's a good player. I like him.
They've got plenty about them, and this is a team that have won back-to-back Premier League titles, so they're no mugs. Although funny enough, just to sort of like jump ahead a little bit, I was having a conversation with she who must be a babe this morning because she was asking me who do I think is going to win the Premier League, and I'm going to say it's not going to be City. I don't reckon City's going to win it. Simply because to win 3 consecutive league titles in England is something that's very, very rarely been done in history. Hi, Richard. Hope you well.
Yeah, but they've got what it takes, Rob. They do have what it takes.
But I just think that they're going to have an eye on the Champions League. And I know we've been saying that for a little while, but with every year that goes by where they haven't won the Champions League, it's like it becomes even more of an obsession, I think, with the people at the top at City, above Pep Guardiola. So, yeah, I just wonder whether they'll possibly play into maybe another team getting ahead of them by the time of 30.
Yeah, anyway, I agree with what Ken says there. He's spot on. We got to break quick. We've got to hit him. And I actually think we can score first tomorrow. I really do. I think we've got that in us. I'd love to see Skamaka start, and I do wonder if Moyes he's playing the game. But I think we can score first. I mean, listen, we got Bowen. Hopefully, we'll have Bowen at least tomorrow. I mean, rumours of a £75 million transfer to Arsenal in the offing at the minute. I just don't see it happening. But never say never, Rob. Okay, who's frozen, me or you? Okay, anyone in the chat that can see what's going on? Is Rob frozen or have I? Rob's gone. I'm left on my own. This is now a concern. I don't like it when this happens. He's back, possibly. Rob? Hi.
Hello.
Bit of feedback. Not anymore.
Feedback?
What? No, not anymore. What happened?
It's not past 9 o'clock, so I'm not going to swear. My bleeping internet has just dropped out. Very annoying.
I mean, I'm actually lucky. I'm actually in my brother's driveway at the moment on the laptop. He's got a signal booster in his garage where we were watching the Everton game. And I've managed to use that. I couldn't log on using my phone and doing the rest of it. So yeah, you're back. It's all right.
I've got a backup. I've got my phone. Which
your background's gone though, mate.
That's because it's. But believe it or not, it's all a little bit of smoke and mirrors. I'm not actually in a purpose-built television studio. It is a green screen. I've shattered your illusions, Epic. He thought I was from Sky Sports Studios or something like that. No, well, I'm just in my dining.
That's where Jake Cox is going to be in a few years. He's going to be, as Gatesy put it, the head of sports presentation at Sky Sports. I can see it happening. That boy's got it all.
You never know. You never know. Right. Okay.
Hopefully he won't forget us when he's there. You know what I mean? You and me become the new Jeff Stelling and Chris Kamara. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to see what's going on with my PC if the internet's back. So do excuse me if I look like I'm not paying full attention, but I want to try and get back onto the.
As opposed to what?
No, see, this is what happens when you're doing live streaming, ladies and gentlemen. When we record it, it's actually an awful lot easier to edit out the bits where the internet drops out and we fluff our lines, which happens very regularly. But,
to be honest, Budgie, that was your words. They were your words. I think, Budgie. What? Sorry, go again.
Are you going tomorrow, Duke?
No, I'm not. I'm working, unfortunately, obviously.
Are you going tomorrow to the match?
No. No, I'm not.
Are you going to the... Yeah.
No, I'm not. Is it me or is it Rob now? People in the chat, let me know. Rob, hello. Is it you?
I heard it time.
I said it 4 times. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't even know the day of the week.
I think it's you. I'm here. Can you hear me?
I'm here. Yes.
4 times.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to go over here. Big poster.
Duke, give me a score. Give me a score prediction.
I actually think we're going to win.
Score prediction.
1-1, Rob. 1-1.
Well,
1-1. Can you see that? 1-1.
You think we're going to win 3-1? Wow, that's bold. And you guys in the live chat, if you want to get your score predictions in, please do. So you're going 3-1.
I did say 1-1.
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to do a Jesse Lee? See, because it's quite shaded now. You're going for going 1-1.
Let me come in here.
Well, like I say, my heart says West Ham can win, and I know we can. I know that if we're at it, and they're maybe not, we can do them some damage. I know that. Are you pressing buttons again?
No, I was turning my brother's TV off.
Are you pressing buttons again?
No, I was turning my brother's TV off so I didn't get interference from the speakers.
Oh dear.
Over whatever. I'm back inside now. I know what's going on.
Oh, I hate it when the internet dicks around. Honestly. So then I've got to go on my phone, ladies and gentlemen. That, like I say, that's when the illusion. Oh look, it's green. What? Oh, for God's sake. What? What's this?
That should have been my background.
Oh, hello. That's his little den?
Yeah, it's his bar. Look. He's got his little... and then Up there, he's
Yeah.
got some scars.
I like that.
Let's try and get it straight, Pete.
Did he nick a seat from Upton Park?
No, he didn't. Unfortunately, no. Yeah. No, it's nice. It's a good little setup he's got going on.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Peter, hope you're well, mate. What's this? Fair enough. We got 8 bloody hell, 8-0. Look at that from Luke.
I tell you what, he's channeling his inner Peach. A bit like what's going on with my setup right now. You know, he's there and watching us. He's just been a pain in the arse, that boy, by pissing around with my internet, pissing around with your internet, pissing around with anything else that's going on, and now saying we're going to win 8-0. So the boy is still about, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, 8-0. Yeah, we've heard that scoreline being bandied around, haven't we? It's not the first time we've had someone come on and give us a ridiculous scoreline. Let's be honest. Right. Okay. So we got a few people that have put in their comments. Duke, obviously because of the internet problems, and you're obviously a family do, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. Huh?
They're all out there in the garden. Don't worry about them.
Yeah, but they want you back, don't they? They want you to sort of do
They
your.
want me to piss off.
Do they?
Yeah, they don't care I'm here or not.
Oh. Well, you having a barbecue?
I don't know. Listen, I've got.
You don't know. Go on.
Look, that's my box of beer down there. 20 bottles of Coors. I'm happy.
You told everyone.
I told everyone what?
You told everyone that you were teetotal. You said you was vegan as well.
I told everyone I was going on a diet, and then it was my brother's birthday, so I can't not drink at my brother's 30th, can I? You know what I mean?
I can't see you doing a diet. I can't see.
I need to lose about 2.5 stone because if I want to put on one of this season's shirts, there's no way in the world that I can wear it the way I'm looking right now. Do you remember the Kappa kits and everything else? That's what this season's shirt's a bit like. It's a bit more fitted, and it's not so flattering on the larger gentleman. So I need to lose some fucking weight, Rob, because I'm a fat bastard. No, Luke, nothing Nick from that.
As we get older, we all put on a little bit of poundage. It's a little bit more difficult to shift it when you get a bit older, isn't it?
It's a pain in the arse.
2 up, 2 down, going 2-2. Nice.
Yeah, same as Kent with a Desmond. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Lawrence is liking your choice of beers.
Yeah, I love a Coors. If I'm going to drink because I want to drink and enjoy it, I drink Coors. If I drink because I want to get pissed and I just drink for drinking's sake, then I'll probably drink Foster's or something else. I like a Coors. If I'm drinking to enjoy it, I'll drink Coors.
Fair enough.
There are other beers out there, and if Coors want to sponsor us,
this is not an advert, but yeah, exactly. You never know. But yeah, I'm going to be at the game tomorrow with 2 of my 3 kids. One of them's body swerved it. Is what it is. But we're taking one of my daughter's friends, so the ticket's not going to waste. So I think we're going to go there. Sort of, it's a 4:30 kickoff, isn't it?
It is. Yes, I've got Joe.
I don't know which one he's on about.
I'll tell you what, that better not be aimed at me. Because did you see what he posted on Twitter?
No.
That he met with a West Ham legend that is Rio Ferdinand. Oh, did he get some stick in the comments? Oh, did he get some stick? That man is nothing to do with our club. Piss off. The only good thing that came out of that man playing for our club is the fact that we got the Dr. Martin stand at the bowling ground. That was it.
I'm going to say question 2 up. I'm going to say Skamaka's going to be on the bench. I think he's being a little bit cute.
Yeah.
Skamaka won't start, but I think he'll be on the bench. I wouldn't be surprised to see him for the last 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I think he'll be there. I think, yeah, it's true.
Black takes a few pounds off of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why I quite like the last one we got. Was it 2 years ago? I bought it last year off the M&M website.
Now,
Be like everyone else.
Budgie makes a good point. Where are we at with this? Does anybody know?
People, listen. Becca from Hammer's Chat has emailed the club a couple of times now, and they've not responded.
That's nice of them.
So,
Mind you, having said that, there are people moaning about their tickets. Not saying that they've got not. I'm not saying moaning as in they shouldn't be sort of raising a complaint. It's a valid complaint. Everybody's sort of like, what have they done? But that,
oh, Mum's getting off.
is your mum starting?
No, she's behind my brother's bar. It's just
Hey, there she is.
fucking nightmare. No, listen, those of you that are going tomorrow, just so everyone's aware, Peach's family will be watching in Canada tomorrow. They're having a celebration of life for Peach at their local pub for kickoff tomorrow, which I believe is going to be 11:30 Canadian time. And I'm not sure if I'm right, so I don't want to spread misinformation. But from the way the way things were being said, I think Peach's ashes may well be at the ground, at the pub. Sorry, at the pub when they're doing the celebration of life tomorrow. Those of you going tomorrow, please, 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 even if the club don't do anything official, please, 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 33rd minute, raise up, as Budgie says there, Green Street says there, rise up, round of applause for a minute on 33 for me, for Peach. You know what, you might get some strange looks, those that know. Like I say, his parents are going to be having a celebration of life. His cousin's going to be there as well, at the local bar during the game tomorrow. So even if we can get something started, no matter how small, no matter how few people do join in. No, she doesn't. Please, 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 if you're going, 33rd minute tomorrow for Peach. It's stupid, but it's the least we could do, for him. So if you can, please do. I will be in my pub. I will be doing a thing on 33 for Peach. I will stand there. I don't give a shit if people look at me like I'm a fucking madman in my pub. I will be there. Yeah, mate, to be honest with you, yeah. I will be there doing a round of applause. The picture that we've got, to be fair, the picture that we've got as part of our group chat, I'm actually going to get put in a frame and put on a memorial wall that I'm building in my bar, in my pub. Peach always used to give the Lewisham Tavern a shout out on random whenever he did a show. He had a lot of love and affection for my boy. I had a lot of time for him. So those of you that are there tomorrow, please, 33rd minute, give it a round of applause for a minute. I'll be doing the same. Like I say, if people look at you like you're fucking mental, it don't matter. You're doing it for a reason. Those that know will know.
Yeah, fair. Any other business you want to get off your chest before we knock it on the head, mate?
No, just it's good to be back. It's good to these videos are going to be coming thick and fast in the next couple of weeks.
Despite the internet troubles.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll be back indoors. We're going to be going. We're going to be going. Go on, what?
A little bit of housekeeping. This is because the internet's dicked around. It's kind of caused a little bit of but the officials. There you go. The referee's Michael Oliver. His assistant will be Stuart Burt and Simon Bennett. Fourth official will be Stuart Atwell. The VAR will be Mike Dean.
Boss piece.
And his assistant will be Eddie Smart. Well, let's hope he's smarter than Mike Dean, which isn't hard, let's be completely honest.
That prick was on Soccer AM this morning.
Was
with
he?
another prick. Yeah, he was
I
on
stopped
Soccer
watching
AM
that
this
years
morning.
ago.
He was on Soccer AM with another. I only had it on because I turned the TVs on in the pub to get it set up, and he was on TV with Mr. Bullard. They were doing a thing on Soccer AM. Bullard was dressed as a referee for some fucking reason. I don't know.
Strange.
But no, to be fair, mate, like I say, these videos are going to be coming thick and fast again. We're going to be doing, Saturday preview, Sunday game, Monday review, Wednesday preview, Thursday game, Friday review, Saturday preview. So we're going to be coming back.
Crazy.
We're going to be coming back thick and fast with the amount of videos that we're going to be doing. We're going to try and get the Hammer Time stuff going again. So you might even see us, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday in the coming months. Listen,
Well,
I quite enjoy it.
Just before we wrap it up, just one last couple of little things before we do sort of like go our separate ways and crack open a beer or whatever. Is two things. Duke, for the people that can't go to the game tomorrow, where would you recommend that they would go, especially if there is somewhere around a certain part of South East London?
I mean, listen, there's a lovely part of South East London. So I'm trying to get my beer. There's a lovely part of South East London. SE135LD, 1 Lee High Road. It's a place called the Lewisham Tavern. It's a great little boozer. There it is along the bottom. It's my boozer. It's my boozer. We've got a dodgy little picture. We've had a bit of a paint job. There's a lot of scaffolding up outside at the minute, as Gatesy you can attest to. It is in Millwall. It is in Millwall / Charlton territory. But coming down, I'm going to be there watching it. We do have about 7 or 8 West Ham fans that do come in on a regular basis. I mean, your brother's been there for a few games, Casey. We watched a few European games together last year in the pub, including the semi-final that we ended up going out on. I did end up leaving him in the pub while I went off and had a sulk somewhere else. But it's a safe place to come. It's a fun place to come. I know. I may well be blessed with 2 wonderful personalities tomorrow night after the game. Budgie from Green Street Elites. He said that he may well be coming down after the game tomorrow. And Reese, used to do the stuff with Peach over on West Ham Random. They may well be coming down after the game tomorrow. So, Gacy, if you want to bring the kids over or whatever, it's only straight down the DLR, my man. You can be at my pub in just over 30 minutes from the ground, if you catch the right DLR, that is. So if anyone else wants to come over, please come and join me. We'll watch the game. No one cares about you being at work, Becca. Behave yourself. You're a Charlton fan. Just.
It's all right.
I'm sorry, Becca. I love you, really.
It's all right. I've moved off of the. I do apologise for people that putting comments in. What have we got here? So, yeah, we've had that one. We got up to there, didn't we? I think. Richard's saying, yeah, well coxed. Well coxed.
Well coxed. Well then, thank you. Oh.
Beautiful. Edit that bit out. It's fine. There'll be no embarrassment.
It's well coxed and beautiful. Thank you, Rob. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. It's well coxed and beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. There you go. As Larry said, smash the like button. As far as that question's concerned, 2 up. I've heard whispers he could be out until basically the World Cup. Yeah, not great. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, West Ham YouTube community, we all sort of try and help one another out. I mean, from my perspective, and I can only speak from my perspective.
We're all well coxed, apparently.
But I don't have any rivalry. I don't look at other channels and go, I'm not going to help them, and da 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 da. If someone asks me for a bit of help, I'll give it if I can. If I can't give it, then that's a different thing. But I'll always try my best. I don't see any rivalry there. That's just me. If other people look at it in a different fashion. That's fine. You know,
Yeah,
we all
yeah,
walk our
no,
own path.
spot on, mate.
There you go. Right. So, just going to have a quick go through of these comments and just if there's anything that we need to deal with before we wrap it on. Head came home from the pub for this, worth every second of my day. Cheers, Budge. And you was at Crawley Town watching East London's other club, Leighton
The
Orient.
Orient, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Duke is the best landlord in London. High praise. High praise. There you go.
Thank you, bud.
Cyber's in. How you doing, mate? Hope you are well.
Cyber, you've said that there. See you tomorrow. Are you seeing Gatesy tomorrow? That way. Are you seeing Gatesy tomorrow because you're at the ground, or are you coming to the tavern to watch it with me? Let me know.
There you go. Right. Okay. Yeah, it is about, I always try and help people out, like I say. He's the best landlord in the UK, makes everyone laugh. Is that when he gets his knob out?
It's well cocked. That's all I'm going to say. It's a well cocked, Mr.
Right.
Gates.
Okay. Start as we mean. We finish as we started. We've got to ask you guys to dig deep for the Iron Supporting Food Bank charity. You have a Just Giving link there, so if you want to donate, there it is. Google it, whatever. If you're going to the game tomorrow, you can actually meet John himself, who's the main man behind it. If you come from Westfield and you're walking towards the stadium, you go across that bridge where you've got the Aquatic Centre on your left, the Olympic Stadium's in front of you. Well, he normally rocks up on a bench just by the Aquatic Centre. You can't miss him. There's a flag there. It's fairly obvious. Yeah. If you want to rock up there with some, cans of beans, tin tomatoes, I don't know, whatever you want to donate. If you want to donate some money, he'll take it. Not a problem. But as I say, you can go onto the Just Giving page there. Like I say, just Google Just Giving Iron Supporting Food Banks. It's a charity that basically helps families out in the London borough of Newham where they're really struggling. They've got kids, they've got families. They're struggling to put food on the table. So, dig deep. We support it. There's lots of other channels out there to support it. Too many to mention. But please, let's do a little bit of good while we got the opportunity to. Please don't forget to like, comment on, and share the stream. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon for alerts on new content.
Join our Facebook page as well. Join our Facebook page.
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Come on over.
To be honest, I've left it in the summer. Had a bit of social media bits and pieces. I'm obviously I've got to get back on it now. So it is what it is. Right, Duke. Before we finish, what are we, my friend?
Absolutely fucking massive, Robert.
Yeah, my internet's still knackered, but it is what it is. Come on, you Irons.